Vinu, you are looking very angry. What happened?
Manu, I am sick of our bankers. They denied working capital loan to our company by just quoting one ratio.
What was that, Vinu?
They said our current ratio is very low, and so they are not interested in funding our company.
Oh,
How can they talk like that? That too just by looking at single ratios. Unfair.
Vinu, don't blame the bankers. They are just agents of public. If they are quoting a particular ratio as the main reason to deny the loan, then it sounds very serious. Your company has to work on certain things very seriously now.
Our company has long years of experience and presence in the market. I don't see any problem with our company.
No, Vinu. If a banker is not happy with your financial ratio, then your company should seriously work on it. Because almost all the companies in the country or for that in the world works predominantly with bankers' funds. So if a banker is not satisfied with your financial ratios, then you have not equipped to the expectation of the major stakeholder. This will affect the future direction of your company. You may not even get timely funds and you may not even be able to grow.
I agree, Manu.
Moreover, bank funds are supposed to be the cheapest funds in view of its tax benefits, so you have to work on it.
Okay, tell me where we should work on.
First, tell me that ratio which bankers are not comfortable.
It's our current ratio of 0.87.
My god, I fully support that banker.
Why?
You are in a financial mess now. How can you expect a banker to support you at this stage?
Can you explain clearly?
Vinu, your current ratio is 0.87.
Yes.
It is at its dangerous level. Do you know how current ratio is calculated?
Yes, very simple. Current ratio equal to current asset divided by current liability.
Yes, calculation is very simple, but implications very serious.
What's wrong with our ratio?
Your current ratio is 0.87. It means for every 1 rupee of current liability, that is short-term liabilities, you have 87 paise of current assets, short-term resources.
What's the problem in that?
It is the problem. Your liability is 1 rupee and for paying that liability you have only 87 paise with you. On the face you don't have sufficient money to pay even 1 rupee fully. You are short by 13 paise. Then how will you be able to pay the banker in crores? This ratio says you have borrowed more and you don't have adequate cash resources to pay back. This also would mean some short-term creditors are angry with you because you don't have adequate cash, and they may even file case against your company for non-payment. This may even go up to liquidation of company through court order.
My god, is it so serious? So do you mean to say we should have current asset matching current liability?
If you have current assets equal current liability, your current ratio will be 1:1. But still, banker will not be happy.
But why?
Because sometimes certain current assets will not be available for paying off your liabilities immediately.
Like
Inventory, delayed debtors and so on.
So,
Banker will be expecting you to have more current assets. It means you will have more resources, or you should have more resources to pay off your liabilities.
okay.
Only when you have more resources and less liabilities, your liquidity position is said to be comfortable.
Yes, now I understand why our current ratio is very low. We purchased almost our product on credit, so we had high level on creditors. This had inflated the current liability. Since we purchased everything on credit, we had surplus cash, which we have invested in fixed asset, which will take some more time break even and come back to us through profits.
Since you have converted your cash into fixed assets, your current asset level also have come down. On one side, your current liabilities have gone up, and on the other side, your current assets have come down. Lower numerator and higher denominator has resulted in very low ratio for your company.
Yes, Manu.
It means your company should be facing difficulty in making payments like salary, creditors, is it not?
Yes, Manu.
It is because you have sourced lot of short-term funds and in turn use them for long-term purposes. Your cash got locked in fixed assets which will not come back to you in short cycle, but your creditors will start asking for payments. So whatever cash realized will go to them and eventually it will affect even the salary payment.
True.
These are the very common implications of lower current ratio which that banker had identified just by looking at the number of 0.87. If the ratio is less than 1, we can presume all the above.
So how a current ratio should be?
Current assets should be greater than current liabilities. Theoretically, 2:1 is considered as ideal current ratio. But banker will be happy if your current ratio is at least 1.33.
What's the 1.33?
It means for every 1 rupee of current liability, you should have 1 rupee 33 paise of current assets.
I understood that, but what's special in that?
You calculate the proportion of current liability to current assets at that level, then you will understand.
Liability 1.00, current asset 1.33. Current liability 1.33 is 75% of our current asset.
Yes, exactly. At current ratio of 1.33, you are funding 75% of current assets through current liability. It automatically conveys something else.
Remaining 25%?
Yes, it means remaining 25% is funded by
By?
what is known as net working capital.
Yes, current asset minus current liability equal to net working capital.
True. So when your ratio is 1.33, it means you are contributing 25% to your business through net working capital, and it is the least expectation of any banker. That is, bankers are ready to fund 75% for working capital provided owner contributes at least 25% of funds, and it is what demonstrated through 1.33.
Great, and thank you, Manu. I never thought current ratio will convey so many things. Thanks again.
Welcome, Vinu. And also do not forget to check out crajaclasses.com for various financial courses.
Sure, Manu.